Oh, I did?
If I had memory that bad, I'd want to find myself too.
There you go.
Really fishy. Really, really, really fishy.
Quiet, kid. Let's see if we can leave with him. It's so nice that they don't, like, make you... Like, we can't leave until we do the thing we're supposed to do. It's like, oh, cool. I can actually go and do different things. Yeah, he doesn't have much in the way of attacks, so... It's gonna be pretty bare bones for a while. But usually, I mean, just for my muscle memory, I don't like to have just random shit because I can't combo into them anyway. Oh, god damn it.
Let's work together.
Now this is my style.
Such grace.
Starstroke.
Now this is my style. You're gone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now this is my style.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly.
Thank you, thank you.
Yay. I want to say I know how to play everybody in this game to a decent amount, but like I'm proficient with Yuri, Raven, Carol. Excuse me, Carol. Those are my top 3.
Leave it to me!
And after this version, it'll probably be Yuri, Carol, Raven, and Flynn are going to be like my favorites. Because I mean, there's not much to playing Rita outside of casting. Like you can do some cool things with her spell combos. Like she gets an actual ability called Spell Combo, and you can do some cool things with that. But most of the time, she's just get to stand there and cast spells. If you like that playstyle, then of course you're gonna like playing her.
Oh man. All right, let's go.
I'm gonna want to rearrange where you are. So if they're both in the party, I'm gonna want him on this side of the map. Or I could have him up here. Nah. I mean, they're gonna kind of fulfill the same role, except I can maybe have him a little further in front of her. Because generally, if I have him in the party, I don't have Rita in the party. But seeing as though I'm playing him, it's not that big a deal.
You got anything up there?
But if I'm not playing him, I don't really need 2 ranged characters, because I kind of have him as my offhand range type character. And really, he's kind of like a jack of all trades. You can make him melee. It's just a little trickier, because the timing on his melee attacks are weird. You have to get used to it. Spin him around and around, but like he casts spells, he uses his bow and arrow. He can like run up close and like his bow transforms itself into 2 daggers and you can kind of fight that way. It's just like I said before, the timing is it's a little weird and you gotta get used to it. He's not someone that you can just pick up and like, I can do shit tons of damage. Like, you can do that with someone like Yuri, who doesn't like. Yuri has certain complexities that you need to get used to doing, but nowhere near like what someone like Raven or Carol has. Like, they can be good in the right hands, you just have to know what you're doing with them.
So, yeah, just stay dead.
And like I said, he can be an off healer too once he gets an ability called Love Shot. Or no.
Oh, there's no challenge at all.
Let me see. I think he already has Love Shot, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Glimmer of Heaven, you say.
Get cocky.
It's called Love Arrow or something like that, and it gives him the ability to off heal, because he shoots out 3 arrows that heal the most injured targets.
So yeah, just stay dead.
Definitely, it's pretty cool. Like I said, a good handful of the cast of characters can off heal Raven can off-heal. Technically, not Raven. Technically, Yuri can off-heal too once he gets Guardian Field. It's just it's not very good. Because Guardian Field costs way too much mana and only heals you for like 10% of your max health. It's really only usable, you know, worth using because he can heal himself. It's a self-heal. But like you have to be really close to somebody and it heals 10% over a couple of seconds. It's not very strong. But yeah, the Chevalier's headquarters, we needed to come here for a side quest. Yuri, is that you, Yuri? Huh? Who are you? You don't remember me? I'm sure as heck if I remember you. It's Hatchet. Not that it's easy to recognize someone when they've got a mask on. Oh wow, you look different from how I remember you. I didn't realize it was you. Haven't you gained weight? Ouch, it's nice to see you too, Yuri. Looks like the mask had nothing to do with it. Is this a friend of yours, Yuri? Hatchet joined the Imperial Knights at the same time as I did. This old man's gonna have to do a little walk. Huh? How come? The older you get, the harder it is to stomach little reunions like this. Alright, see you later. That armor color is the same as LeBlanc's Knights, isn't it? Yep, I'm in the Schwann Brigade. Oh, to tell you the truth, I'm pretty glad they didn't assign me to the Flynn Brigade. You didn't want to work with Flynn? Well, it would be tough working under him since we started off training to be soldiers together. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing Flynn would care about. You got that right, Rita. Flynn's all about advancing in his career, isn't he? It's pretty crazy for a non-noble to make captain at such a young age. Me, on the other hand, thanks to all the goofing off I did with you, Yuri, I'm still nothing but a lowly peon. What sort of things did you two do? We used to skip training and sneak into the dining hall to grab snacks. Yeah, then we sneak into the warehouse to switch Bodhi Blastia for nicer ones. Sounds like a whole lot of sneaking. It's true, we had our fair share of youthful indiscretions. Yuri's still up to his old tricks, though. Haha, I've heard as much. Go easy on Flynn, would you? Yeah, don't goof off too much on the job. Oh yeah, Yuri, you've been traveling around, right? You think you might be able to stop by Capo Nor and tell my folks that I'm doing well? They live in the inn, so you can't miss them. Sure, I'd be happy to. See you later, Hatchet. There we go. It's just a nice little scene, and you get extra stuff if Raven's with you. You get to have a nice chat? Raven, were you waiting for us outside? Yeah, I didn't want to butt in on two old friends catching up. Wouldn't be right, you know. That's unusually considered of you, old man. I didn't expect to hear you talking so happily about your time in the Imperial Knights here. Oh yeah? I mean, it seemed to me like you didn't enjoy your time as a knight very much. Joining them was a decision I made myself. It's not all bad memories. Practice wasn't so bad, and I had all sorts of fun with my fellow knights in training. From the way that Knight was talking, it sounded like you acted like a crazy and rambunctious kid. Rita, if there's one person who doesn't need to be scolding me for a little youthful discretion, it's you. And there we go. That's I'm pretty sure that continues later on. I don't know if we actually go to Copland or to talk to his parents. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Burial. That's what I wanted to do, was come here to do that. And I forgot to do that on my file, so hopefully I didn't miss out on something. If not, on my personal file, I'm gonna have to do that again in New Game Plus. But at least on our stream file, we're right on track, with the exception of missing those other quests, like talking to Drake. And actually, talking to Drake is really important, because it gets Estelle one of her best spells, called Force Field. It makes you completely immune to all damage. Like, you cannot be touched by anybody. And she gets a spell called, she gets a skill that gives her a percentage chance to have any, not harmful, but any beneficial spell. Like barrier, sharpness, whatever. Anything that she casts has a chance to be permanent until battle's over. So if you cast Force Field on somebody and that skill kicks in, it lasts for the entire battle. And you know when that's really, really, really useful? In the 200-man melee, because then you never take damage from anything ever, and it's laughably easy with Estelle. Little things that you can do to make this game incredibly easy or cheese the game. But you know, it wouldn't be put in the game if it wasn't meant to be, you know, cheesed in some way or another. Like, it's a mechanic that's in the game. You might as well make use of it. I wonder where that would take us I can't even get back to that side of town. But that would take us to, there's a Giganto monster in here because of the Japanese version / PS3 version. they added in a bunch of new Giganto monsters for you to fight. There's actually one in here, but according to the guide I'm reading, you don't want to fight them until you talk to the people with Carol again. Even though we already did that, like we did that, like episode 10 or some shit, where we talked to the character already. So again, I'm not quite sure what the real thing we're supposed to be watching out for is.
Flickering blaze burn! Fireball! Your weak spot! Such grace!
Such grace.
Yeah, that's the only thing
You didn't
is
think I
like,
was that strong, did
if
you?
you shoot a bird with your arrow, like it knocks them down to the ground. And like I said before, realistically, I don't want to say only Carol takes advantage of grounded enemies, but like,
Oh man. All right.
I don't have all of my skills on Raven
Let's
to be able
go.
to take advantage of grounded enemies, so I might just try to cast spells on them.
Knock him around. Windblade.
So yeah, like, I just knocked that guy down somehow. Oh, I can't. If I forget, I can't use items on other people. Let's go ahead and have you do this.
Bring darkness! Brilliant angels grant us your favor!
Have I learned Bouquet yet? I think I did just learn Bouquet.
Nurse!
Okay, we're changing up.
Oh!
Flickering blaze!
Now we're gonna have some fun. Such great scatter. I'll pay. See what I did there?
Smile of wavering darkness! Spin zero! Open smash! Grant them thy Spin smash! Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor! Oh, caprice of innocent water!
Yeah, I've noticed the quick target does not work as well in this version.
Defiled purity!
That was too easy.
Yay! Wow, that was
Thank
fast.
you. Thank you.
There we go. Pretty sweet. Did we get any hooves yet? Because I can make myself another variable edge with that. I can make a couple of variable edges, +1 alpha, +1 beta. Those were actually translated correctly, but like I mentioned yesterday, there's
Oh, don't mind me.
a
Do
mistake
whatever
in one of the
you came to do.
translations for Rapide's weapons. There are two 2+ Tamahagane, I think the name is the weapon. There's a typo that says Tamahagane +2 alpha. There's 2 of those instead of an alpha and a beta. Like I said, all my water jugs over there. I have to get it here in a second. Don't mind me. Do whatever you came to do.
What should we do about him?
Do you know any tricks that'll convince us you're worth keeping around?
Do I look like some kind of street magician to you? Hey, you. Come here a second.
What?